Okay, chapter 24, measures of central tendency. You're learning three topics, that is mean, median, and mode. Okay, so what's the meaning of this word mean? Mean means average. Okay, and you've been finding average, you know how to find average. How do you find average of your marks? Suppose you got marks of 6 subjects and you want to find the average of the 6 subjects. How will you do that? Okay, sum of the 6 subjects divided by 6, right? That's how you'll find average. Have you found your average? Do you do that? You should do that, okay? All right, so let's look at a question here. Question 1. Find the mean of the following set of numbers. Okay, so do this first question. 6, 9, 11, 12, and 7. Find the mean of this. Okay, do this fast, everyone. 1 minute.
The average is 9.
What? Average is 9.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what others get. Okay, 9, you all got 9?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Arithmetic mean.
same thing. Arithmetic mean is another word for mean. Arithmetic means you're adding. It's another word for mean, arithmetic mean, okay? Look at the third question. Find the mean of natural numbers from 3 to 12. Okay, so they have not given the numbers. You have to figure out the numbers. So what are the natural numbers from 3 to 12? Yeah, all the numbers from 3 to 12, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, next one, look 4a. Find the mean of 7, 11, same thing. Now tell me what will happen. See, now you found the mean of these numbers here. What if I minus 1 from each of these numbers? What will happen to the mean? The mean also will reduce by 1. Same way, if I add 1 to each of the numbers, the mean also will increase by 1.
Now, what is the meaning of arithmetic mean?
Same thing. Arithmetic mean is another word for mean. Like arithmetic is to do with addition and subtraction. Okay. Like even arithmetic progression, we are doing addition, subtraction. Geometric progression, we are doing multiplication, division. Okay. So arithmetic mean means adding or subtracting. Okay. Next, question 6 or question 5. Let's do 5 first. If the mean of 6, 4, 7, a and 10 is 8, find the value of a. So here one of the values is missing and they have given you the mean 8. So you know the formula. Put the values in the formula. Missing value is a. Find a. Do it. Anyone got the fifth answer? Okay, is there anyone who did not get the answer? 13?
And I didn't understand. I did not get that.
Put the values in the formula. See, this is the formula. Average or mean. Mean is given. How much is the mean? The mean of this, and this is 8. So 8 is the mean. Sum of the terms. Sum means 6 plus 4 plus 7 plus a plus 10 divided by the number of terms. That is 5 terms. This is substituting. And then you solve this equation, you'll get a. 5 will go on the other side, multiply with 8, that becomes 40. 40 is equal to here 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 10, 20 plus 7, 27 plus a. So a is equal to 40 minus 27. That is 13. Same way you do 8th question. Is there in your book? If 69.5 is the mean of all this, find the value of x. I want to actually give you homework, and there's no more sums of this type. Actually, do that as homework only. Okay, show me a textbook. I'll tell you which are homework questions to do. Or these type of questions. Okay. 24A from 1 ABC question 2. 3, 5, 7. Yeah. So these questions are based on the same formula. Okay. Same formula means averages or mean is sum of terms divided by the number of terms. See, this is your formula. Average or mean is equal to sum of terms divided by number of terms. That is different. That I'll explain the next time. Okay. So the questions that I've given is without this table. This table is called frequency distribution table. So the questions you are doing it without the frequency distribution table, just when they give raw data, just random, just some numbers, and you're finding the average. Now, what will they ask you to find in this? Sometimes it could be to find the average or the mean. Sometimes it could be the one of the terms, or sometimes it could be the number of terms. Okay. So look at the questions. All of them will have something. Sometimes they'll give you a question like this where they'll give you so many numbers and say this is the average. Then they'll say one of the number is wrong. So you have to minus the wrong value and add the new value. And then the mean will change. For example, you got marks. Okay, you got all your 10 subjects marks you got. And then one of the subjects, your marks got added. Instead of 50 marks, you got 60 marks. So now your average will change, no? So how will you make that change in your average? You will add 10 to your sum and then you'll find the average. Or you'll minus 50 and add 60. Right, 50 is the wrong value. So you'll minus 50 and then you'll plus a 60. Okay, all right. Our time is getting over. Do these sums as homework. And tomorrow we'll continue with both physics and maths. Tomorrow there's no tuition. Friday will be your next tuition. Okay. All right. See you all. Bye. Okay. So what is this chapter's name, everyone? Just a revision of what we saw in the last class. This chapter is measures of central tendency, where you're learning about three main topics. That is mean, median, and mode. Okay. Quartiles comes along with median. Now, what is the meaning of the word mean? Mean means average. Okay, average is something very common that you should have been doing from small. How do you find the average of something? Is sum of the terms divided by the number of terms. Okay, so we have done a few questions in the last class. I've given you homework also, right, everyone? Did you try them out? Okay, so first question here, we saw was find the mean of the following set of numbers. So 6, 9, 11, 12, 7. How do you find the mean of this, Aman?
Add them all and divide them.
Add them all and divided by
5.
5. That's the simple way of finding mean. Right. Now, in some questions, they had given the mean. For example, the fifth question. If the mean of 6, 4, 7, A, and 10 is 8. What is 8? The mean. So they had given the mean over here. And you have to find one of the terms, that is A. That's what we did over here. So we just put the values in the formula. That is, add all the terms. 6 plus 4 plus 7 plus A plus 10 divided by the number of terms. There are 5 terms. And equal to 8. 8 is the mean. So you'll get a linear equation and you can find A. Clear, everyone? So in this formula, sometimes you'll have to find the mean, average. Sometimes out of the sum, one of the terms you might have to find, or maybe the whole sum also. And sometimes you'll have to find number of terms. Okay. So that formula can be used anyhow. Okay. So this is the first type of questions under mean, where you have data, raw data. This is called raw data. Means they have just given you the numbers, separate numbers, and you're finding the mean. Okay. The next method is when they give you a table. For example, Look at this table here. Let me give you a simpler table. Okay. Now, suppose we are writing marks of students. Suppose you all in your class, everybody wrote a test out of 20 marks. Okay. And I'm writing all your marks out of 20. Okay. So say somebody got 18 marks, someone got 17 marks, someone got 15 marks, someone got 18 marks, somebody got 19 marks, somebody got 20, another person got 17, another person got 19, another person got 20, another person got 16 marks. Okay. Now, as usual, how would you find the average? You will add all of these and then divide it by the number of subjects, number of people. So here, how many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. You will add everything and divide by 10. That's the normal way you'll do it. Okay. But sometimes they will give you this data as a table. Okay. The table it'll be given like this. Okay. So here you have the marks and here you have something called frequency. Now we saw frequency in the last chapter, 23rd chapter. Frequency is the number of people or number of anything. Okay. So if I make this into a table, so I'll start with 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. These are the marks. Now, how many people got 16 marks from this list? Only one. How many got 17 marks? Two. How many got 18 marks? How many got 19? How many got 20? Oh, everything is two. See, we missed something. This is adding up to only 9. There are 10 people, no? Oh, 15 we didn't write. Okay. Let me change that 15. I'll make it 17. Okay, so now 17 is how much? 3. Okay. So now instead of giving the data like a raw data like this, they'll give you the data as a frequency distribution table. Now, how will you find the mean? First of all, we will write the data vertically, top down. Okay. So here first column is the marks, second column is frequency. Okay. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay. If you're doing the normal method, we would do 16 plus 17. How many 17s are there? So 17 plus 17 plus 17. Right, you'll have to do 3 times. Plus 18 plus 18 plus. Come on, tell me all of you. 19 plus 19 plus 20 plus 20. And that whole thing divided by 10. Yeah? Okay. But we're going to see an easier method to do this. We're not going to do it like this. Instead of writing 17 plus 17 plus 17, what we can write it as? 17 into 3. This 17 into this 3. So that we can multiply those two values. And for 18, there are how many 18s? So instead of doing 18 plus 18, we can write 18 into 2. You see, these two numbers we have to multiply. Okay. So that's what we're going to do now here. We'll make a new column where we are going to multiply those values. Okay. So this marks, we will call it as X, and the frequency we'll call it as F. So this new column will be Fx, where we multiply the marks into the frequency. So first we'll have 16 into 1, which is next 17 into 3, 34, 44, 51. Then 18 into 2, 36. 19 into 2, 38. 20 into 2, 40. You see, we're multiplying this to simplify your next step. Okay. Now we have to add all these terms. That will give you the total. Right. So here itself, we will add everything and we will write it as summation fx. Summation means the sum of all the fx values. So add all this, we will get the total. Okay. So to find the mean, we have to do this summation of fx divided by what? Yeah, 10, right? 10 is the total number of students. Where is the 10? If you add all this 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you're getting 10. So that is summation f. Okay, so your formula is what? Mean is equal to summation of x divided by summation of f. Is that clear, everybody? So here in the table itself, you find the summation of fx, write the answer here. And you also find the summation of f, write that answer here. So your table will be like this. And then just substitute those two values in the mean formula. Is that clear, everyone? Do this one. Question will be given like this, okay? This is the question. In the answer part, you have to make the table in this form and solve it. What's the answer? What's the answer? Okay. So summation of fx, you got 181, right? Yes. And summation of f is 10. Then you write the formula, and then mean is equal to 181 divided by 10, which is equal to 18.1. Okay. Now this method that you just now solved is called the direct method. Okay. There's nothing complicated about this, right? You're just setting the marks, frequency, and then you're finding this column called fx, summation of fx, summation of f, and then dividing both. Okay, so which all questions can be solved using this way? Any question that has a frequency distribution table, like the 7th question here, right? The 9th question, the 10th question, this 11th one. See, all of them have this. All of these questions you can solve it this way. Okay, but now if you look at some of these questions, the numbers are too big. So when you multiply f into x, what's going to happen? You're going to have very big numbers, right? So we have some other methods other than the direct method. In fact, there are 3 methods, okay, to find the mean. The first method is what we just now did. That is called what? Direct method. Now we'll see the next method called shortcut method. Okay. Okay, listen very carefully, everyone. There are 3 methods. We finished the first method, which is direct method. Is everyone clear with the direct method? In the direct method, what are your columns? First column is? Huh? In direct method, there are 3 columns. Okay, what's the first column? X. The second column is f, frequency, and the third column is fx. Okay. Now the second method is called the, what is it called? Shortcut method. In the shortcut method, you have x, you have f. Okay, let's look at a question. The weight of 25 students of a class are given in the following table. So weight in kg and the number of students. So 65, 8. What does that mean? Tell loudly. Okay, 8 students, their weight is 65. Then 66 kg, there are 6 students. Okay, and so on. Now, similar, the first column is your x. First column is x, second column is the frequency. Now what you're going to do is from the weights, you're going to assume a mean. How many of you know this method from school? Is it taught in school? Okay. So from this, we're going to assume a mean. Means that's not our mean, but we're going to assume it. The mean is going to be somewhere in between 65 and 66, right? We know that for sure, but we don't know exactly what it is. So we'll assume the middle value as the mean. You can assume anything. You can assume 66 as the mean, 67 or 68 or anything. Okay, but it's best to assume the middle one as the mean. So here we're assuming mean as 67. So put A is equal to over there. Now next column is a new column called D. To find D, you have to do x minus A. Okay, so here if x is 65, you have to do 65 minus that assumed mean, 67. So what is 65 minus 67? Minus 2. Next, 66 minus 67, that's minus 1. Then 67 minus 67, 0. And so on, you'll get 1 and then 2. Okay, so our new column has much smaller numbers. Okay, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. And the last column is F, not Fx, but Fd. Okay, see, where is your F? 8. And your D is this minus 2. So we are multiplying 8 into minus 2. That is minus 16. Then 6 into minus 1, minus 6. Okay, and we're getting this new column FD. So then you find summation of FD and you find summation of F. And your formula to find the mean is summation FD upon summation F. And see, here we minus A, right? So here we have to plus A. Okay, put that in the beginning itself. Mean is equal to A plus this value. Okay, I'll just say that once again, everyone. In the direct method, we had only 3 columns, X, F, and Fx. And the formula for mean was what over here? Summation Fx divided by summation F. That's it. In shortcut method, you have an extra step, which is D is equal to X minus A. And what is this A? It's the assumed mean. From the X values, we are taking any one of the value as the mean, assumed mean, that is A. Okay. And then you find summation of FD. Okay, how do you get FDs? You multiply F into D. Find summation of FD, find summation of F, and your formula is A plus summation FD upon summation F. Why we're adding A over here? Because we minused it over here. We're doing the opposite. Since we minused A over here, we're going to add A over here. Aman, is that clear? Okay, so let's use the same. Let's use the same values that we did in the previous question, and we will use the shortcut method to do this. Okay, so you have the values. Write down the same values in this table. Done, everyone? So let's write down the values over here. So minus 1 into minus 2, minus 2. 3 into minus 1, minus 3. 2 into 0, 0. 2 into 1, 2. And 2 into 2, 4. Now adding all of this, so easy way to add is how? Add all the negative numbers first. Minus 2, minus 3, which is minus 5. And our all positive numbers, 2 plus 4 is 6. And then 5 minus 5 plus 6 is 1. Summation of F is 10, right? Okay. So putting the values here, you get 18 plus 1 upon 10. That's 18 plus 0.1, which is 18.1. Clear, everyone? Now, what is the advantage of this shortcut method? Why is it called shortcut? What is becoming short? Became longer, no? One extra column is there. Why do we call it shortcut then? Because it makes the numbers smaller. Instead of having big numbers, see over here, you had big numbers, 181 you got. See, when you added all this, you got 181. Adding that took some time. You had to do some addition. Even multiplication also must have taken time. Like here, 17 into 3. You know, some multiplications is hard to get. Okay, so you don't have big numbers here. You have smaller numbers in this shortcut method. See, all tiny numbers. That's the advantage of shortcut method. So which method would you do if you had an option? You'll use the shortcut method. Just that you have an extra column here. Okay, one extra step, but your numbers are smaller. Now, this is very useful when you have very big numbers. Like here, you see this question. Look at the numbers. Just imagine if you have to multiply each of them, x into f. Very big numbers. And then adding all those big numbers, big problem, right? So for this, you have to do one of the methods, either shortcut or the next method. But they will also tell you in the question what method to use. If they don't tell, then you can choose. If they tell you, then you choose, I mean, you do whatever they tell you to do. Okay. Okay, I'll give you one question to solve using the shortcut method. this last one. Question number 15. Do that right now, everyone. Take us, just rejoin the meeting. Is getting over. Find if you can, the same question in your book. Is it there in your book? Just check. Okay. So after doing this value, this is the table that we get. And also when you're adding the values, okay, how we're adding? All the minus numbers you add first, all the positive numbers you add, and then you can add those two, positive and negative, and you'll get an answer. Now, assumed mean can be anywhere, as I said, but it is always better to take it a little bit up than down. Why is that? You see, above the assumed mean, all the numbers you got negative values, and below the assumed mean, all the numbers are positive. So if you take it a little bit up, then what will happen? You'll have more positive numbers. That means when you add positive and negative, you'll get a positive summation FD. Okay, so it is better to take either the middle or a little bit up. See here, there is exactly middle. There's 45 is right in the middle, 3 up, 3 down. But what if you have an odd number? No, this is odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you have an odd number, you have an exact middle value. But when you have even number of x terms, then you can take one step up rather than one step down. Okay. Does anyone have any doubt in this question?